Yes! Welcome back to me! Yes! Welcome back, Joyce Pring!
Yeah!
I miss you, girl. How are you?
Wala.
Nangyari sa'yo, girl?
Nagpapop ako ng muscles.
Nako. Nangyari sa'yo? Wala ka last
Hindi ko rin alam, Diyos. Wala
Bigla ka na sumulpot na dito.
Oo nga. Welcome back to me. No, I was sick. I've been sick for the longest time. Well, I'm still sick now. But I just finished my antibiotics. I'm very, very happy about that. I love it. I can look into something and then you're just gonna...
Yes. Guys, you can see napakataas ng energy ng partner today because of antibiotics.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a semi-natural kind of high.
That's the side effect of you taking those meds.
Yes, and I think it has been quite a good week for me. So I'm very happy about that. And I recently watched this new movie. It's called Rio 2.
Wow! Kaka-showing lang, di ba? Kaka-showing lang.
Yes, but then I wasn't able to watch the first one. And so when I told my friend I wanted to go and watch it, he was like, why the hell do you want to watch it? You haven't even seen the first one. And this is solely because I love Bruno Mars and he is in this freaking movie.
As
a bird. That sings really, really well.
Bagay, ano? Bruno Mars and...
Yes, Bruno Mars. But yeah, I love it. So I got to watch it last night, and you should watch it too, along with some other movies. I've been trying to watch the movie, Blue is the Warmest Color, for a specific scene.
Oh my God! I haven't watched a movie for the longest time already. I haven't watched Captain America, Divergent, lahat ng makikita mo sa Twitter timeline. Sorry, loser.
You have to watch it. I think you can do something like you can set one day for you to pirate all the movies. Just okay. I can say that. I'm in the movie industry.
Alone though. I have tried watching a movie alone. Horror pa yung pinanood ko.
No, that's bad. That's bad. Go wait for the DVD or go to the cinemas. Because actually, what's great about the movie industry now is that ang ganda na ng mga movies ngayon. Like, the plots are getting better, the CG's getting better, and so that's great. So I think you should try and watch it.
And I'll try to watch Rio 2.
Yes.
Rio 2.
Look for the bird version of Bruno Mars. And what's funny is this guy is so good, so talented, so freaking hot in all these shebang, right? So equally, he's also very, very expensive. So, in the movie, he did like siguro mga 2 numbers of song, tapos wala na.
Pero talagang voice naman talaga ni Bruno Mars.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you know if it's Bruno Mars. It's like one of those things. It's like if fucking Andrea Bocelli sings to you in the middle of the night, it would be creepy, but you know that's Andrea Bocelli.
Yes.
I don't know why that was my reference. I really don't know.
All of a sudden, Andrea Bocelli talaga yung sinabi mo. Okay, go.
Yes. What's so funny, Ponzi? Didn't you miss me?
Na-miss kita, lalo na yung... Pero in fairness, let's congratulate my co-host.
Wow!
Magaling siyang co-host,
How was your episode?
Guest namin si Dash Calzada. It was really fun.
Oh my God, I missed out, man.
Since talkative din naman si Dash talaga, so kasi host siya and a DJ also. Pas si Dylan, talkative din, mas talkative pa sila sa akin. So, alam mo yun, mas may alak pa si Dylan before mag-start yung show. Ano na siya, nanghihingi na siya ng mga drink. Sabi niya, kailangan ko ng alak. Mga ganun.
I know. I got the message from Dylan going, you owe me one Pring. Parang ako, puta yun. Sorry naman, Kasalanan ko ba?
Bawal mo magkasakit?
Bawal magkasakit. Sorry, pose. No, but thank you very much, Dylan, for filling in. I'm sure everyone had a good time as well. But I missed out on so much. But the great thing is that you can actually download this stuff. All of our past episodes, all you have to do is just go to iTunes, look for LouderLouder. Gusto mo yung segue ko?
Yes. Ang ganda nun.
Segue ko,
Hindi lang sa iTunes, pati podcast app.
Ay, gusto ko yung segue mo. Yan. Hanapin nyo lang ang LouderLouder. And to keep updated on everything that's happening here on the podcast and with us, you can go to Twitter at LouderLouderPH. And also, you can follow me on Twitter at Joyce Pring.
And with me at Nikki Viola _. And aside from that, you can also follow Amplify on Twitter at AmplifyPH. And of course, NMFTV at NMFTV.
Ang taray, di ba? And can we announce it that we're in a new studio? We're in a new studio!
Nabinyagan namin ni Joyce ang new studio. So we're
Yes,
the first ones.
we are. I think pag bibinyagan yung studio, may mandatory dance break. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Okay,
tapos na yun. Dapat lahat ng host ng iba't ibang shows gagawin yan.
Yes, and I think tayo lang medyo tangang gumagawa. So, pagbigyan na natin sila. But you know, it's very, very fun. And I think summer really has the perfect time to have fun. So if you guys want to have fun this summer, make your way to Cordillera Challenge 5 in a scenic 90-kilometer ride. Girl, 3 kilometers pa lang patay na ako. Pero tignan natin, baka mag-survive ka dito sa 90-kilometer ride from Tublay to Kapangan. Hindi ko alam kung saan yun. Pero, Benguet. In Benguet. And back, and Globe invites the subscribers to join their advocacy for environmental sustainability, which is actually kind of in line with what I watched last night in Rio 2, which is great. So, if you want to, of course, be able to get in touch with the environment, have fun at the same time, and of course, be healthy, go and try.
Are you gonna try it?
Or run. I might just. The funny thing is kasi, I danced, I did theater and I danced in high school.
Same.
So, I haven't danced in such a long time, but I started again this week lang.
What?
Dancing.
I mean, hip-hop, is it hip-hop?
Twerking. I'm kidding.
Okay.
No, not really. No, it's kind of true.
I am imagining you twerking.
Dude, because no, please don't imagine. Okay, no, but do it, okay? No. I actually go online and just search yung dance workout, blah, blah, blah. And then you see...
I thought talaga yung tipong dance classes.
No, I'm gonna go back, but then I don't... You know how you are when you're bago in the dance class and everyone knows how to dance and you're just like awkward one just doing... That's me eh. So parang I'm gonna train at home first and then like be like, what, nigga, what? What's up? Yeah, when I... Sorry. Are you kind of sad that I'm back? I love the honesty. Thank you, Gian. No, but yeah, and I think it's perfect because summer is here, and definitely it is a time to have fun, try out some new things, and of course, spend time with great friends and meet new people. And speaking of new people, we actually have 2 special guests here today that we will be talking to about their art, culture, and whatnot.
Yes.
Right after we do
this short break.
During and after what happened sa Yolanda, seeing everybody helping out each other, that's what really made sense to me. Since I'm a fashion stylist, I would always want what looks good together and finding the pieces that would look great together.
I think for us as Filipinos to get up and mobilize to help other kababayans in need, that's natural to us. But for us in this case, to never give up and never get tired.
Whatever your job is, it doesn't matter. During that time, we just all went there, helped each other, and moved the world.
Figured out the gravity of the devastation, I don't know, there was something inside me that just felt like nothing else in my life mattered. I worked very closely with Gawad Kalinga. I was so happy that Globe chose them too, because as an organization, I feel that their love and care for the people and the communities is something that I don't see enough. I just find that was the most special one for me.
It's a good feeling, especially when you know when you're helping some other people, especially when you see them so happy because they're gonna have a new house, new home.
It also means that we're showing them that we're involved, that we care, that they're not alone. Top executives were here today. ambassador side, it's me, Liz, Mars, who's a new ambassador.
Well, it's an eye-opening thing. Through activities like this, it just goes to show how much commitment Globe has to this effort. See it for yourselves and participate, spend a few days here and help build some homes.
Globe's Project Wonderful is all about creating a wonderful world for our consumers, our businesses, as well as the nation. It's the sort of the way that Globe's putting together all of the building blocks we've built over the last 4 years. Remember, the wonderful world includes the nation. And so we also want to make sure that people who are underprivileged, people who have been devastated by the typhoons, also somehow in their own way live a wonderful world.
I think everybody can help. In our own little ways, we can help just by tweeting, using social media, and using your voice.
Walang iwanan in the sense that we're here when we start laying out the bricks, when we start making the bricks, when we filter the sand, when we paint the house. But also, more than that, it's restoring the dignity of the people that have lost so much.
This whole experience reminds us that nation building can be as simple and meaningful as lives rebuilding.
And when we do things that exceed what is expected of us, we create wonderful. And yes, that's wonderful.
What's up and welcome back to Louder Louder!
And of course, we have our special guests here. We have Javier and Rob Cham in the house.
What's up, boys? Thank you for joining us here today.
Thanks for having us.
Very, very excited to have you on the show. Now, for those who don't know you guys yet, why don't you introduce yourselves?
Rob.
Okay, I'm Rob Cham. I'm an illustrator, designer, comics artist, and friend.
I like it.
That's my business card too. I make art, comics, and you can check out my stuff at robcham.me and follow me on Twitter at robcham. Yeah.
Cool with the plugs. Hi, I'm Javier. I teach English and creative writing. I've written some books, and Rob and I are here to talk about Abangan, the new comics anthology that we're coming out with at Komikon.
And comics in general.
And comics in general, yeah. I am an academic and a comic scholar.
But you both are from which art schools?
Oh, I'm from Ateneo, graduated from management.
Management from being
I love
what you
it.
are now.
Yeah, no, because I took creative writing at UP.
You creative writing, and then so from that, I'm guessing you do art because it's your passion. It came naturally to you.
I totally suck at drawing anything. That's why I collaborate with Rob. I collaborate with comics artists. I'm a massive fan of comic books, and that's why I've gotten into this whole thing.
Yeah.
Rob, yeah.
I'm a writer of comics. I write my own stuff and I draw it. And lately, I've been collaborating with people on drawing comics and stuff like that. But also aside from that, I also do paintings and illustrations for magazines.
Cool.
Jack of all trades.
Very, very artsy. Now, how did you guys meet each other? Well, parang slam book, eh, no?
Wow. It's like we're a couple, though.
Yeah.
You're treating us like we're a couple.
Well, if you are making beautiful comic art, then I think you kind of are a couple.
I suppose Rob and I have some kind of artistic union going.
Yes, chemistry going on.
I've been very unfaithful.
Have you been friends for quite a long time already?
I met him during his book launch at Sputnik. This was like when Sputnik was around.
A few years ago,
that was
right?
2011.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was drunk.
Yeah, and yeah, like I just happened to like want to check out his stuff, so I bought his book, and then it's called Geek Tragedies, and then like I just really liked his stuff. Then I would see him around Komikon, and that's how we became friends. And he would read my stuff, and then apparently he's been showing it around, so like that's why I got like good press with some of the comics people.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and I co-organized this thing called BLTX, Better Living Through Xeroxography, which advances like indie publishing, indie comics, and Rob is a regular guest there, so we promote all kinds of stuff.
So you work in a way that you write the stuff, and then he does the art for it. Like you let him be like interpret the story that you do.
We only did that once, but
We're working. How do you go about it?
Yeah, we're just right now. Why we're brought together here is like we're both co-editors on this project where It's an anto of what we think are the Philippines' best comics that are coming out. But aside from that, yeah, we're just friends who hang out, I guess.
Yeah. And we decided, hey, we read a lot of comics, so why don't we put a book together that is the best Philippine comics?
With other artists as well and other writers also, right?
It's mostly other artists. It's pretty much like there's 17 different stories, and some of them are solo creators, some of them are other artists, and we just chose all of them, invited people, and then put the book out.
Tres is part of it, right?
Yes, Tres is one of the stories. Tres by Budgetan and Kadja Baldissimo. Yeah.
It's very cool. When is it coming out?
In 2 days. We're launching it in Summer Komikon.
Summer Komikon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Summer Komikon.
Then after,
Summer because we have other seasons.
Hell yeah, right.
Yeah. Sorry to go that rant, right? And then after 2 weeks, it'll be in bookstores.
Yeah.
So all sorts of bookstores, if people want to get a hold of it, they can just.
Yeah, definitely. We're published by Visprint, so they distribute to like National and Power Books and Fully Booked and all these major bookstores, and we'll also have it in comic bookstores like Philbars.
Cool. Now for Rob, how is it like transitioning from doing marketing as your major in college and then just going and jumping right into what you love doing, which is arts now?
Okay. I've been doing art since I was a little kid, but like I went through that. This is actually in a comic book, but yeah, I made a comic book about this. But it was like I just picked that course because I didn't really see a career in art. And then
just kidding. Okay.
Right? Yeah, I'm sorry you took up Viscom, and like I have a lot of friends from Viscom, but like that's just me. Nothing to.
Yeah, no, that's true too. But that's a problem because like even with my parents didn't want me to go and take an art course because I came from Kisay and then I went to UP and so naturally you'd want to get the science course, and I'm sure your parents were kind of like that too.
No,
they were actually really supportive though.
Yeah, they were supportive about like whatever I wanted, I would go for it. So it was my own choice because I thought I want to get a good job after I graduate, but. During when I was in college, like I would still do the art thing because that's something I like doing. Then I'd put my stuff online, and then like that's when I started getting jobs from it. Like that's where I saw like this weird career in it. Like friends would start asking me to like draw stuff for their posters, for their gigs, for their album art, for all sorts of stuff. So I thought like, okay, so if I just keep doing this regularly. So even though I like finished the course in management, I was already starting on my freelance stuff, and then just I would get clients online, and then that's sort of where I am now, where because of just pursuing this thing that I keep doing something I like, and then in between I would do like the personal projects I like doing, which is like the comic stuff. Yeah, that's
which I think is great also, because if you're marketing and then you're marketing your own work, like your artwork, your writings, it's easier for you because you kind of know how it goes about with the marketing side of it. When as compared to me as an artist, I'm gonna be selling my first ever painting this coming week. That's my first ever.
Congratulations!
Because thank you. Because I think as artists or as writers, it's really hard for you to let go of your work, mainly because you put so much heart to it, and parang it's attached to you in some way. Like you were saying that it's your side project, you do comics, but I'm sure you do your artwork that you just keep to yourself, and I'm sure you do that as well that you just keep to yourself. So yeah, but how about you? How is it like writing? You teach what kind of course?
So I teach fiction and I teach comic book writing and literature, so that kind of stuff. So it's non-marketing related. It doesn't. It's more concerned really with just the aspects of art. But I mean, given our material realities, we can't get away from the fact that we do need to earn a wage. And I do think, for example, in this country, art is very undervalued.
That's true.
Like we don't really pay artists enough. We're not used to paying for our art or our cultural consumption. That's maybe something to think about.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's true. That is true.
Yes, nako. But
we just bummed ourselves out.
I'm sorry, dude. Which is why we are selling this book.
So that we can
and why you're selling your painting.
Yes, which is exactly why. But the sad thing is you always encounter, it will never be a surprise for us artists to encounter people who will go up to you and go, can you do this artwork for me for this amount of money?
Oh yeah.
Right? And then when you I can't do it for that amount of money, XXX, blah, 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 blah. And they go, no, you're bullshitting me.
The best is you launch a book and then someone says, bigay mo na lang sa akin ng libre.
I know. exactly,
Diba friends,
right?
friends naman tayo.
Friends naman tayo. Thank you sa support, friend.
I hate X deals and gift certificates.
Oh, but we've eaten off your gift certificates, Rob.
Yeah,
But
it's exposure.
but it would be
so
nice
you
if it
would
were
say
money.
yes.
It would be nice if it were money.
yeah,
Yeah.
so much nicer.
But if you guys were doing arts or writing, what would you have pursued?
I would have been an accountant, man. I would be in a bank somewhere, just.
But have
Numbers?
you tried like working in a corporate job like right after graduation? Since
No. I have not.
I've actually held more marketing jobs than you,
Really?
Yeah.
right?
After graduating, I went into a web design agency, and then, went back to freelancing.
related talaga pa din.
I can't help
Yeah.
it. And then, like, I'm now teaching part-time at Ateneo also.
Mga professors sa mga katabi natin ngayon.
Yes, there we go.
He has a degree to back it up. I'm just like, I just showed him.
Start speaking in Oxford language. Yeah. Watch up.
Yeah. So, what was the question? Yeah, I would be probably doing accounting because that was like my plan.
Accounting. How about you,
Yeah.
Carl?
No, because I've been the business manager of one publishing house, and I was the marketing director for another. So I have been in the business. I suppose I would have stuck there if I weren't so lazy.
As we all are. That's
You know,
fine.
it's really you get up in the morning and you got to put on your necktie and go to work. and it's
9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, happens. But what would you say if you met your 19-year-old self wanted to pursue art or, I don't know, 16
Don't.
Say don't.
No, yeah. I'm
Seriously?
joking.
No, but what would you tell him that you didn't know then but you know now that could help him in the career that he's going to pursue?
I feel like it's too close.
It's too
That
close
was
because you're a
like-
very young person, Rob.
Oh, we're the same age, right? I think.
I'm 24.
I think.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, what would you tell your 19-year-old?
I would tell my 19-year-old self to not drink so much and do some more work.
Oh my god.
No, but it's keep working more.
Keep trying to. What helps you? You read a lot to help you write, yes?
Yeah, lots of reading,
Lots of
like
reading.
non-stop reading.
Yeah.
Like, who's your favorite author?
Oh God, oh no.
A lot.
Come
For
on,
sure,
just
a lot.
top 3 off of your head.
Okay, let's
Go.
break it down.
You go.
A poet, a writer, and then a comics author.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
That's so much better. Thank you,
Okay,
Rob.
you first.
Good.
Poet.
I don't know much about poetry.
Poetry. God, off the top of my head, Billy Collins, and then for fiction, Michael Chabon, and what was the last one?
Comics author, I guess, or
Oh,
creator.
no. Comics creator.
Yeah, this is a difficult. Yeah, let's not do
You
this.
first, dude.
Oh, okay. Poet, I have nothing. Author,
Comics creator.
Jonathan Safran Foer, I guess.
Oh, nice.
And comics author of all time, Jason? Yeah, Jason, that
Oh,
Norwegian
the guy who
comic
did
artist. Yeah.
The guy
How-
who did the...
How I Killed.
How He Killed Hitler.
Yeah, I killed Adolf Hitler. Yeah, but okay.
Let's ask them. I mean, do you guys like comics? Who's your favorite? Like, what would you pick up and read?
Comics kasi. With me kasi, I'm really familiar with with X-Men and Frank Miller stuff. I don't know
Perfect.
if it's comics pa nga. Sin City.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's no problem, man. Like,
I'm not a really a comics person because it's very hard for me since I love my poetry and my fictions. So, yes, why?
no, it's like because I don't know much about poetry or fiction.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anything about
We're all guilt tripping each other how much we don't know about each
No,
other.
that's not, I mean that's not naman guilt tripping. I think
Right.
I think it's just great because that's how you see the disparity between people and what their interests brings about.
Yeah.
And what's great about having people like you who do comics or who write or who do art is that we are able to actually find out more things. Because if I knew so many things about comics already, then why would we want to guest you and we can just talk about it? But you guys are the experts
Oops.
here,
Yeah.
so that's great,
Sorry.
right?
All right.
For now, I have an answer. Just
What?
because. Okay, so I'm just gonna say like right now, my favorite is Jonathan Hickman, just because
Yeah.
he's doing amazing work.
He's a writer and
He's a writer, sometimes an
sobrang
artist.
prolific niya.
Yeah, but I think because I'm one of those lapsed comics readers. Basically, you have like this generation of people who were reading comics in the 90s, and then once he's laughing because he's part of that generation. These 90s readers who were disillusioned by comics reading, and then they left. and then they came back. And so what I read when I came back was Hickman, right? Hickman's Fantastic Four, which was amazing. So that and the Avengers, and then I guess just because you mentioned it earlier, Winter Soldier. Right, you guys haven't seen Captain America? You should.
I have seen it. I love it.
So that's sort of based on something that Hickman wrote, and also Ed Brubaker, who's in the movie. So that's.
What's it like for you guys being able to see all these comics that you've read before come to life in the silver screen?
That's what I would have told my 19-year-old self. Wait, it's gonna happen.
You wanted it to happen when you were
it'll happen,
younger.
kid.
So how does
Come
it
on,
feel
when
like
I was
now?
a kid, Dolph Lundgren was the Punisher. Okay.
David Hasselhoff.
You guys are like,
David
what?
Hasselhoff.
Yeah. David Hasselhoff was Nick Fury.
Captain America was.
Damn, son. It's a
Yeah,
long time ago. No, but how is it like now? I mean, being able to see them. Because I'm sure it's one of those things that you fall in love with the characters and you get attached to them. And then all of a sudden you see this freaking trailer on YouTube that it's gonna happen in May 2014.
Bigla na magugulat ka na lang meron pala.
Hindi ka na nga nagugulat sa trailer, di ba? Kinikilig ka sa end credits ng Marvel movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Every time.
Because you know what the story's gonna happen, but for them it's all new and interesting.
Yeah,
Us, we know it's been done.
But even then, right? Even then, yeah.
For me, it's like, it's interesting to see what Marvel comes up with. DC, not so much.
Marvel talaga.
Yeah, Marvel is like, I think that's a seal of quality, like Marvel Studios. Whereas like watching DC, their comics now and their movies now, aside from their TV shows, are all sort of like subpar. I grew up like liking DC more than Marvel. And
DC is Batman,
Superman, Wonder Woman, Justice League, Green Lantern.
So you didn't like the recent Superman movie?
I
He
hated
killed the
it.
dude.
I hated it.
You hated it?
A lot of people died.
I hated it.
Yeah,
It was not very well thought out.
but he was so hot. Oh my God.
I suppose.
Yes, he was. Definitely
Built
so.
like
I'm glad you saw the physique.
I was gonna comment on cinematography, but okay.
Yeah,
he was
let's just,
pretty hot.
Yeah, like in the opening, just shirtless and like on fire.
It tries to be an indie movie. I mean, a lot of those shots have that indie feel, but
Yeah,
then
I think that's the only thing that kind of salvaged the whole thing. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, it kind of looks nice. It's nice to look at. It's one of those films that you would want to have more substance, but it's just really nice.
But that's exactly the point, though. I mean, every time I talk about Man of Steel, I bring up this one idea. There's this scene of Clark Kent in a field, okay, and then he puts on this red blanket, and he stands. Because you're a child, when you're a child, who's he imitating?
Yeah.
No one's been Superman.
I feel like
Where did that come from?
we should stop this train of thought because we're gonna be here for like hours.
I know, yeah. No. When you started bashing DC, I felt like, oh no, Rob, you're pushing the buttons.
Okay, sorry, I'm sorry. But what I'm
Because
just
the
saying is,
DC
like,
Marvel divide, you know?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the thing is, like, these are just, if you think about comics, it's superheroes. Like,
Yeah,
the stuff
it's
that...
just a very...
It's sort of like, it's weird if you think if right now there's an oversaturation of action movies, for example. That's sort of like what superheroes are to comics. There's actually a lot of nice, like alternative comics being explored about indie, like these are the indie film scenes. That's what I'm more into than superhero stuff. I'm just sharing. Like, have you guys ever seen History of Violence or...
Yeah, or what you were saying, that you were trying to catch. Blue is the warmest color.
Yeah.
It's also
that was actually a comic. Yeah.
American Splendor, great movie.
Oh, I fucking yeah. And Ghost World. If you guys ever seen Ghost World.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. We're so hipster.
Yeah. No, but dude, it's this idea that it's like superheroes are the Hollywood of comic books, where they're dominant, they're the mainstream, but there's so much outside of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
That's sort of where we dwell on stuff we write. We hardly have done superhero work.
Yeah, we're super we're superhero comics fans as well as everything else, but we try and read further afield.
Yeah, I haven't done a proper superhero comic at all, man.
And if you're gonna make comics and write, I think you need the wide variety to learn from and to imitate. And we will be talking about more of that later after this short break.
Yeah, so we took a plane over to Ormoc, and this is my first time. Thank you. People are so friendly. They've made me feel so welcome here. The people in the township were beautiful and maganda. We visited with the kids in the town. Just the beauty and the innocence of the kids. It just went a long way for me. It touched my heart. I love children, and just to see them, these big open smiles, that can go a long way.
Kids are beautiful.
Today, we are very happy to share with her our small token of appreciation.
When we went out there, we helped a small business owner at her Sorry put up a sign, and she told us her story. And to see that she's back up on her feet, working and building her business, that was very inspiring to me.
Salamat, salamat, salamat sa lahat.
With all the devastation, a smile can change a moment. It sounds cliche, but I think it's true.
What we've done is actually give them a retailing package wherein we further increase their capability to earn. What we have given Manang Bising was a mobile phone, a retailer SIM, and a seed money or a startup money that allows her to sell load.
To the mobile number, the amount of load.
I think it's a natural instinct for all of us to help out along the way and give back. Globe Telecom has been an incredible partner with me in terms of allowing me raise awareness about what they're doing as well. And I saw what their mission is in nation building, culture building, and brand building. And I thought, this is a really solid vision. Well, first off, I learned that the strength of the Filipino people is paramount. And even with all the challenges that have come their way, I think they're back up and very positive and hopeful that their towns and cities are going to rebuild, and it's inspiring to see that.
One big smile, smile, smile.
I think, programs like Project Wonderful is something that's huge here. Coming out and building homes and sending materials and sending financial aid is always just an incredible thing. I think, throwing money at the problem is one way to go, but what Globe Telecom is doing is they're inspiring small business owners to get up on their feet on their own and have the responsibility of running a business. And I think that there's something to that as well. It's very inspiring.
LouderLouder, still with our guests, Carl and Rob Cham.
Carl and Rob Cham, para sila mag-asawa.
What's up, Carl Cham?
I feel like our union here has been
Carl and Rob Cham.
I feel like I'm
They're that close.
Oh wow.
The bottom or the top?
I don't want to speculate, Rob. I just wonder if you get rough.
I'm gonna step out of frame for that.
You see it?
I'm out.
I think we were just playing chicken, and then you just...
I don't know.
You win. You win.
See, Rob, I mean, do not.
I thought we weren't going to cross it.
Do not bring me there.
Chicken did cross.
Oh my God. Can we switch? No.
I wouldn't mind, Rob.
I love you, man.
I wouldn't mind.
Not in that way.
Romance right there.
I think this deserves an awkward silence.
Are we going for it?
All right, let's give it 10 seconds of awkward silence.
A moment of silence for everyone. Is it like that?
Am I mourning for my dignity? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it 10 seconds already? Okay, sorry.
No, yeah. Okay, moving on.
We have been talking about your art, your background, how you go about
let's get back to that.
Yes, and of course your budding love for each other. But right now, how about we talk about Abangan? We're very, very excited for it. How have you guys been working on this?
We started, I think, October or November of last year. And that was the...
Do we talk about the origin of it? Or
the origin story, sure. Do you want to start? Go ahead.
Okay, so there was this the Department of Foreign Affairs, Department of Fine Arts.
Yeah, the other DFA.
The other DFA. Sort of like was holding this talk where they invited comic artists and animation, animators, to talk about like what the local comics industry and the animation industry was like. Carl Joe was one of the speakers. Then I just happened to be there because Albert couldn't show up, and they had this idea like we want to help promote Philippine comics and animation. So me and Carl Joe were like, I think we should probably do something with this opportunity of like getting our comics out there. They said one of the things they could do is like get our comics in all their different Philippine foreign agencies.
In the different embassies and to promote Filipino comics and everything.
Yeah, so then we started talking to like different people who might be interested in making an anthology. So we went to the NBDB and Visprint.
Yeah.
Just to ask them like, would you be interested in helping us put this comic out?
Basically, it was this problem of I would talk about Filipino comics a lot and I'd try to be promoting them. And the problem is that it's very hard to buy Filipino comics. Like you might find them in bookstores, but those are the ones that have been collected. They're the more popular ones. So you have your Kiko Machines and your Jaja Saturna, Pugad Baboy and your Tres, and those are in the bookstores. But there's so many Filipino comics that are out, but they're not in a format that is easily marketable or easily bought. So what I wanted was to have like this book, and I would say, you know what, Filipino comics are amazing, and then you just hand the book to somebody.
Yeah, and then it's just like a chop suey of everything that you like.
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe not chop suey, like a buffet.
Like a buffet.
Not one dish, it's like a whole...
Like a whole different kind of thing.
And the vision for it is that this is the first volume, and it's going to be an annual anthology.
It's like an every year thing.
Yeah, so every year, so it's this year it's Best of Philippine Comics 2014, and so hopefully every single year we come up with more.
How do you go about choosing which ones you're going to include in the book? Why?
Both of us have been in the comic scene, buying comics, reading comics, and like that's sort of how we picked who to be in the book. Like, what are the comics we like this year? Who do you think represents the best comics here?
Basically,
go ahead. We proposed a lot of our friends, a lot of people we don't know, like. Yeah, just comics that we liked reading, and then some were cut, some were, unfortunately, just to make the book like feel like you could read it and then it's okay. But yeah, that's how we went about picking it. And then like some of the comics there aren't released in the physical print at all. Some of them are web comics. Some of them are like, we got this guy Bong Redilla. He's all the way in Miami, Florida, but like the comics he puts out are just like, he's Filipino, and it's all this amazing stuff that no one gets to see in print here. Like you can't buy it like in stores or anything. So we thought
of... you can see it there on the book.
It's in the book.
You can see it in the book. And also this other really amazing comic, Dead Balagtas.
Dead Balagtas.
She's not coming out with a physical print anytime soon, but we gave a small sampler of it. Hopefully people will dig it and then check out her stuff online. And then that's about like what we want to do. Like we give people an opportunity to show their work and also people to actually like, right, you guys don't know much about comics, but like we could give this to you and say, hey, check this out.
This is where you start.
Yeah.
And you can get it at bookstores rather than going to Komikon and buying all of these books.
Yeah, and that's great. I think you get to keep the ball rolling for other artists, and then you get to kickstart the other works for the other artists.
Yeah.
The idea is we kind of, it was sometime after the end of year Komikon, and we met up and we each had our lists. So there were 4 editors. So Rob, me, Albert, and Adam David, and whoever had like, if someone was on everybody's list, that was going in, and then we would be like, but this kind of comic needs to be represented. Like, how many superhero comics do we have? How many manga do we have? How many like indie comics do we have? How many autobiographical things do we have? How many comic strips do we have? And so the idea was to mix it all up and try and into one book. So
how many stories do you have in this upcoming book?
It's 17 in total.
17.
It's awesome, we swear.
Yeah, really.
We bet.
It's totally amazing.
You can trust our tastes. No, that sounds snooty. I'm sorry.
And you're launching it this weekend for Komikon.
On Saturday.
Komikon is Comic Komik, not the usual Komikon.
No, it's Komikon with a K, so 2 Ks, and it's the twice a year event. So
how do people find out how they're gonna go in? How they're gonna get in? Are there tickets?
There's like a ticket for $100.
Where do they get it?
It is at Bayanihan Center, so you can
Just
go
pay
there.
at the entrance.
Yeah, pay at entrance, or I don't know if it's too late to pre-order by the time this airs, but they have a Facebook page.
So it's happening in Bayanihan Center this weekend.
Yep.
Yes.
All Saturday.
At No, it's April.
April 12th. April 12th.
April 12th.
So this is an annual event, right?
Yeah.
So it's okay, so
it's twice a year.
Twice a year.
One during the summer and one during the later part of the year. And in between they have this
Komikon.
indie market Komikon where it's just purely for independent comic creators. There's no national bookstore or bigger comic shops selling Marvel or DC. Yeah. That's what
So you
Komikon
also
is.
sell like the usual Marvel and DC comics, not just the local
Well, because in the regular Comic-Con, the major distributors locally, they'll have stuff. So you'll have your Marvels and you have your DC and everything.
Yeah.
But the big highlight, because you can't get regularly, is the Pinoy indie stuff that's Xeroxed and it's in like little
the
Ashcan
things that you
formats.
find in like antique shops, you will find in this place probably, right? Just like little
Yeah, like my 8,000 peso Batman number 100.
Yeah, that. But also like, I'm very happy that every time I've gone to Comic-Con, I've picked something up by someone I don't know, and it's like 50 pesos, and it makes me very happy. So it's that you just go around and see what's being exhibited.
But it's sort of problematic na this is the only venue you can get comics, so that's sort of like something we hope to address with this.
to promote,
Yeah, like you can read comics that otherwise, if you don't go to Comic-Con, you can still read what is like one of the better things you can possibly read that year.
Or for example, you're like, I don't know what Filipino comics to buy. You pick this up, then you go to Comic-Con and you can find those creators.
And
you can ask, you can get their stuff and ask them, because some of the entries are full stories, but some of them are excerpts. So you'll get maybe 10 pages of something, or you'll get something from one creator who has a lot of other work.
Okay.
So you can go and find them at Comic-Con, you can go and find them online, you can find them in the bookstore, and then get more of their work.
Yeah, so aside from, you're basically curating their artworks and then making it readily accessible for people to find out, discover, and then love even more, so much so that they'll actually look for it.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Do they have a chance to meet and greet you guys as well?
Nice!
Meet and greet!
Sorry!
Yeah.
Like, of course, for all the comic geeks, Pinoy comic geeks out there, diba? They would want to talk to you, or are there any activities on that?
Ask your budding love how it's going about.
I'll have a booth with my friends, and then I'll be selling my own comics today. Like,
Yeah, you've seen, parang pinakita mo sa akin yung isang...
Yeah, I can show you later, like, if you want to buy a comic. I'll show you guys
Why
later.
not, right?
See the marketing theory coming into play.
Marketing dude.
Carl Joe, you'll probably be with the Visprint.
Yeah, I'm there at the Visprint booth because they carry one of my books, and but all of us
What is
editors.
the title of your book again?
The Visprint book that is there is called the Kobayashi Maru of Love.
Kobayashi.
Tell us about that.
Yeah.
What is a Kobayashi?
Seriously? I thought we were supposed to talk about the comic book.
Yeah, but like we could plug your stuff too.
You can plug your
Yeah, so the Kobayashi Maru is this test in Star Trek.
Gusto ko siya yung
Is it what?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go. Use your...
Again,
All right.
please.
So his book is called the Kobayashi Maru of Love. The metaphor there is the Kobayashi Maru is this test in Star Trek that no one can ever pass. It's about accepting failure. So that's what his book about. His book is sort of about, where it's like he's accepting the failure of love.
Of love?
Are you accepting the failure of love, Carl?
Or just like
hard?
doomed to fail in love.
Is
That's
it-
the book.
Yun ang preempt ng Palpal.
It's a great collection of short stories that you can get at the Visprint booth
Oh
and
my
also in
gosh,
bookstores.
sounds very, very interesting.
Yes.
It is. You'll get to see
True to
his
life,
dirty
true to
laundry.
Yeah. No, it's
Oh my gosh, dirty laundry and really nicely written paragraphs. Good for
Yeah,
you,
no, I
man.
call it a non-fiction novel.
Why'd you say it like that?
What?
Because it's, you
Wait,
know,
what?
It's a non-fiction novel. It's about novel length. And it's one consistent story, but it tracks basically me from the day that I got dumped for about a year after. And then
It
that's
took you 1 year, man?
to write the book.
Okay.
Akala namin
Right, right.
Okay, I'm counting the months.
People move on at different paces.
Yeah, you know, you
man.
can't rush it, man. It takes time.
That's
It just
true.
happens.
All right,
It just happens, and the beautiful thing about being an artist is that you are able to create something beautiful out of something that's so disgustingly painful.
Yeah, no. So I was saying, you know, it's that Hemingway idea where you write the person out of your heart.
That is true. That is true. You write the person out of your heart, you drink them down, and then you spit them off.
There you go.
Hashtag who got.
Hashtag.
Hashtag who
I was
got
trying not to go there, guys.
But we're kind of there already. What is this thing written on the board?
Right on, because we want to promote the book, and we think that the spirit of the book really connects with a lot of like the indie creator spirit of Filipino art. And so we've been hooking up with amplify.ph, and we have assembled a soundtrack to accompany it. The first song is by Win Si Ong, known to the amplify.ph listeners as Patience Dear Juggernaut. And he's made us our Abangan theme song.
Oh, wow.
And very soon you guys can pick that up. And then what the awesome dudes at Amplify have done is that they've paired up each of our stories with a specific artist or specific song, so that when you're reading the comic book, you can listen to the soundtrack and like.
So you can check it out on amplify.ph. Yes.
Soon.
Next week. Soon. This weekend. When
Yay!
Part of Komikon, right? You're one of the media.
No.
Okay, so they're just going to be releasing that. Well, thank you very much, you guys, for joining us here on the show.
Thank you.
We learned so many things, and I'm sure a lot of kids are inspired. Kids talaga. A lot of people are inspired to do and
we're happy to inspire children.
Of course. Yes. That did not sound right. But before we go,
I think that was the idea.
It wasn't dirty at all. What are you guys talking about? Inspire children. How is that?
Who said anything dirty?
Well, yeah.
Nobody said it was dirty.
God damn it.
Okay, but before we go, last few words, and of course, how do people reach you? Where do they find your artwork?
robcham.me, and you can follow me on Twitter at robcham and on Instagram with the same username.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a spiel.
And you're writing for Philstar, right?
Oh, not regularly. I sometimes contribute.
Perfect.
And how about you?
Right, I'm on Twitter at Carl Javier. I'm on Facebook. My name. And I have a podcast called the Lumpen Culturati podcast at lumpenculturati.wordpress.com. And we just talk about stuff that we love, comics, books, movies, etc., etc.
TV series.
Perfect. Now, Nikki, where can they find us?
Of course, they can find us over Twitter at LouderLouderPH. And please do like us on Facebook too, LouderLouderPH. We also upload our latest episodes there. And you can also download our latest episodes on iTunes and podcast. Yes.
There we go. Now we are so excited to see, of course, the Filipino art, comics to flourish. It's great that you guys are doing this for everybody. And I think it kicks off a really good culture where everyone just helps each other out and pulling the art up and up and up and up. And like what Neil Gaiman said, just make good art.
Oh my God.
What?
Oh my gosh.
You make it sound so easy though.
It's not, no. It's not, but the thing is, the gist of good art doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have a certain standard of what good art is, because art in itself is an expression, and an expression doesn't necessarily have to be the same thing that you want or that they want. And that's the beautiful thing about it.
What he said was like, don't be afraid to make art, because it's like, you might feel like it's been done before. But I'm just remembering that quote.
Yeah.
Like, you feel like it may have been done before, but like it hasn't been. It's done by you, and you are this unique, special being.
Thank you. Finally, somebody who reads Gaiman, motherfucker.
And all art will be. All your art will be worth it.
Yes, all your art will be worth it, and that's what I was telling you about. That's why I find the book that you made so very interesting, because the beautiful thing about being able to make art is that you can actually cheat your way out of painful things in life.
Are we ending on that note?
We are ending on that note. Thank you very much once again. This has been Joyce Pring.
And Nikki Viola.
Thank you once again, Rob and Carl, for being on the show. See you again.
Don't forget to check out our episodes as well at nmftv.com.
Bye!
Bye! See you!
The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the New Media Factory. Some programs on this network might include strong images and language and may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.